people of the USA. Yeah. Oh, John Bruno, you got a lot to
Hit the right
say.
button. I'm on a roll.
Oh, yes, it does.
Fool me, move the button around. I still figure that shit out.
Oh, down in Texas, turning Texas blue. And there's a blue dot family
Oh, hell yes, there
in
is.
the USA.
All over this world.
Oh, yeah.
See if I hit the right buttons. I'm hitting the right buttons. Hell yes, I'm hitting the right buttons. I'm on a roll. Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
And I am so blessed to have it. I am so thankful for this Blue Dot family. I want you all to know that. Yes, John is feeling somewhat better, a lot better. I can fake anything. Hell yes, I'm feeling great. Anyway, it's time for a Blue Dot family meeting. I apologize to everybody for me being under the weather here lately. I just had to take a little time to catch a breath, and seems to have been working. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Tim Cormal, whose show I was on earlier today. I had a great time with Tim, Adam Maybear, Justin Putman, in the whole game, Joe Santos and the whole crowd over there. Had a great time on there. I posted it up on Facebook, but you can find the Tim Cormal on any of where you get your favorite down. Anyway, iTunes, whatever. Sherry Puckett was the first one to jump in, thank goodness. Nancy Halverson was right behind her. Dwayne Dwizzle is with us. The Remixters is here, and Carolyn and John are here. Thank you very much, darling. That smart-ass squad, Martha, is with us. Pat Hunter and Debbie Marie are here. Deborah Douglas. My neighbor, Tracy Tobias, thank you, baby. George Murray's here. Bruce Peston. Randy Peterson. Woo, big buddy. I seen the pictures out there sitting at the water enjoying a nice cold beer in 80-degree weather. Anyway, we don't want to be bragging. Anyway, Karen Van Wyk is here. RVW King, BW's here. Boy, howdy shit, everybody's here. Our own Bernadette Pre, thank you so much for being here. Kelly K. Duncan, Jake Clayton and Stephanie Dean are leaving in the morning for a vacation. Lots of beach boating. And, of course, love. Love is in the air. I'm telling you, we've watched this romance bloom through this whole family. We're just enjoying the shit out of it. I hear you, baby. I have cats. Cassie Hicks, thank you for being here. Let me jump on down here. Freeers Wolf 777, thank you for being here, Voodoo. And, oh shit, no, don't do that. Anyway, I hope y'all have had a good weekend. I sucked day yesterday, but I woke up this morning feeling much better. And so I haven't been into the news a lot. I was on Tim Cormal's show earlier today. I had a great time on there. And other than that, maybe I've just been trying to relax today. I'm not trying to really get into anything. But I do want to get into the two ladies that have really helped me out so much here lately. Bernadette, thank you so much. And of course, Misha Chick. Both of you.
You're welcome.
Both of you. These ladies have helped me through a lot. Helping John run.
Boy, that Mission is on her stuff, man.
I mean to tell you, she's always on. She's got that keyboard right there. She's got facts in front of her.
She is right
Almost
there all the
intimidating.
time.
Yes. I see Nana Lovely here, darling. How are you? George Murray, thank you for being here. Anyway, so how'd y'all's day go?
It's quiet and chilly up here where we are, but this coming week we got sunshine coming up, and yeah, I could use some.
It does the body good. We had blue skies today and hit about 80 degrees, and so yeah, it's not only a combination of John feels a little bit better, but able to go outside and soak in a little.
You know, sunshine just makes you feel better.
It does. It makes you feel
during
better
the
when your skin
wintertime.
is warming up naturally,
Absolutely.
as God intended it to. And
I saw some today. Yay!
did you see?
Yay.
Made you feel
I
better
did.
too, didn't you?
I did. It warmed up to
That's-
30
There you
degrees.
go.
It was a
Oh
nice
my
day
God,
to go for a
bless
walk.
all you guys that are in that Arctic chill shit, man.
Yeah, some of
I
the
feel
temperatures.
for
Yeah,
the
lately.
northeast part of our country.
Man.
And I didn't get the hit the wampus stuff either. It was not bad here compared to elsewhere. Thankful for that.
That's pitiful. I let Mama Cat in the room. She meows to get out. I put her out of the room. She meows to get in.
Oh,
I'm telling you, this girl's just driving me nuts.
that's a female for you.
Take it to management. I can
We
hear
never
her
know
over
what
there.
we want.
I can hear her over there. Anyway, I did have a good time on Tim's show today. Had a lot of discussion about a lot of things, and yeah, that helped me get a little bit back into it.
Well,
How's the
good.
water, Dave?
The water's dropping away. Hi, ladies. How are you? Thank you for helping John. John is right. What he said about you girls, you have been a foundation,
They're amazing.
the core foundation stone of helping John. Great. Thank you very much. And
Well,
as for water, I'm saying that I've only got about 1.5 feet, but it won't go away. It's just sort of hanging in there,
Yes.
but it's going away.
Well, good.
I
That's
don't know how
good.
long. I don't know how long I'll be on today, because as I speak, there are linesmen working out on trying to get things right in the town, and I've been told that I'll lose power this morning, and
Oh, shit.
things are going to happen with the phone. So I may be lost, but this is going to happen for a few shows, but it's eventually going to clear up, and
Yeah.
we'll get back to square one.
There you
Life's little hurdles. But I want to say one thing before we get off on any tangents, guys. This balloon thing,
Oh, boy.
let me remind America that 3 times while Donald Trump was president, this same balloon flew over your country. 3
That's
times
what I heard.
while Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
That's what I heard.
And he never,
That's what I heard
he's
too.
done nothing about it, because he's
Never,
a business
never once
interest in
any
China.
order is shot down. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Apparently, they've been floating
They're
them
out
for
there,
quite a while.
Bernadette, they're out there this morning on CNN reporting that the Republicans are now saying Biden was a weak, he's useless, he should have shot it down straight away.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
You know
they
what?
are paying.
Check
And
this out, Ozzy.
if Joe
Blah,
Biden,
blah, blah.
Wait. Biden ordered the thing shot down on Wednesday when it was found. It was the military that said no, do not shoot it down while it's over land. They waited till it got over the ocean, and they shot the son of a bitch down.
if they
Okay.
had shot it down
Now-
over land and it would have landed on somebody's house and killed some 3-year-old little
would've
kid,
been
the headline
Biden's
would have been
fault.
Joe
Absolutely.
Biden kills 3-year-old with
Absolutely.
military
So,
missile.
the Republicans, they got to scream about something. Why
Yes.
don't you scream about that lying George Santos, who's apparently the producer of some Broadway.
Yes.
super,
Yes.
I understand he's one of his
Spider-Man,
or somebody who
Spider-Man
applied for
okay.
for one of his positions
Yeah.
and has
Yeah.
gone to the police and charged him with sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment. So
Already?
dude,
Grabbing a little
get
something
the
there he
mother
shouldn't
out
be
of your
grabbing.
own eye before you go poking Biden in his, because y'all got a lot of shit to that y'all
Oh,
got to come
dear.
up with a good excuse for the reason why y'all do the stupid shit you do. Okay?
There is no excuse for the stupid shit
I got
they've
nothing
done,
but praise
and they
for
continue
President
to
Biden,
do.
who currently is lowering the unemployment rate
Have
faster
you
than
heard that?
you can say the Republicans can't.
Lowest
Okay.
since 1969. The lowest
Absolutely.
unemployment since 1969. You tell me this president isn't doing something right. The economy is
Yeah,
mellowing out. It's still in bad shape. But look what we've been through. I think he's
so
doing a
did
hell of a job.
That ass baby Trump all over the goddamn place. They should have shot that shit down. Okay.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, that was quite funny what S.C. Smith posted there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Smithy posted up there that balloon of Trump, the baby balloon. That was the only balloon he's seen. That was funny. That was
Yeah.
funny.
I think it speaks volumes about the Republicans of making such a big deal out of this and trying to blame
They got
him.
a hearing coming up on
yeah.
this.
Of
and
course
they'll
they
find
do.
out
Of
what
course
the-
they do.
What the real deal is.
Because, that's what's
but-
important to the American people.
Absolutely.
You know.
Besides cutting off everybody's Social Security check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
important.
minor thing. They'll take that. They already have a plan for that. They're trying to come up with new
I
plans
know.
for whatever
They-
happened yesterday.
They got a plan for every fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's called
And
distract.
the Midas touch took Marjorie Taylor Greene, or hit her with a subpoena to sue her for defamation or something, because no, that's right. She blocked the Midas touch from a government site, which is not. You can't block anyone from this particular site. Apparently, it's a you speak your mind type site. It's a government controlled thing. I don't know what it is, but it's actually on YouTube. I will
Okay.
post it later on in the chat room, but certainly They sued her because of that, and she didn't even go to court. She paid up straight away. She wrote him a check for 10 grand, said sorry, and they gave the 10 grand to the Democrats. So
There you go.
Boy, howdy shit.
that was poetic justice, wasn't it? Eh?
Boy,
Poetic.
that did happen.
But
Anyway.
it's just that the hypocrisy of this GOP party and the thickness of a certain amount of American people, I cannot understand. And it seems to be a small amount of people controlling your country, a small amount of people
Well,
destroying your
I
country,
think what it
and
is-
you're prepared to re-elect him.
I don't think it's a small amount controlling our country. It's a small amount. The squeaky wheel gets the wheel. I mean, gets the grease.
Yeah,
They're
that's
the
what
ones
I
that are
mean.
screaming this bullshit. Marjorie Taylor Greene and the rest of the whack pack out there that are out there
Yeah,
screaming. They're
she's
just
been
wanting to make
Nazi
headlines.
for
That's
years.
it. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah,
bullshit.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's no
same
different than
nothing new.
anything. It's Chicken Little. You know, the sky is falling. The sky is falling, and they're going to keep that up until they try to resurrect their master.
You have to remember that there's a presidential election coming up.
Yep.
And so they're going to try to tarnish Biden as much as they possibly can. But the man keeps rolling out hit after hit after hit. And so, you know,
It's
it
gonna
makes
be a
them
Trump
look
green
bad.
ticket.
Because, absolutely.
That's what it is.
Absolutely. You know, so.
And you know the
Um,
world's economy, Bernadette, is suffering badly. It's not just America. We in
It's not
Australia
just
have got
America.
problems.
No.
But
No,
if
it's
you,
the
if you
world.
listen
It's
to
a
the
worldwide-
Republicans, it's all of America's, and it's all of America's fault. Okay, so, and you know,
Oh, it's all.
I think
y'all was
Donnie's
in-
gonna have a
y'all
little.
was in power. Y'all was in power for 5-6 years. Remember that part?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think Donnie Boy's
Which
gonna have
is
a little
part of
trouble
the
though.
debt,
The Coke
which is the debt
Industries
you're
is
trying
not
to
gonna
pay.
is not backing him this time. Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Koch brothers. Well, there's
Yeah,
only
The
one
Koch
now.
brothers have backed off.
Yeah, they're not. They're not
Um,
gonna back him, baby. They're done with his
Yeah, I
ass.
wonder
They're
why.
waiting for him to die. They want him to die.
They,
That's what they're saying.
That's
The
what
only-
one of them
only
said.
few-
Because
They're praying
because
he
all
dies.
this shit is about to hit the fucking courts at the same time. Why would they back that?
What? Who? Somebody said that. Let me see if I got it right here in front of me. It's down there. You can hear. Damn it! Somebody said. I thought you said dry clean. No, Daily said dry clean clipper.
What?
I'm sorry.
No,
There was somebody.
no.
Some. Not a Republican legislator, not anybody in office, but a high-ranking Republican mouth. Candidly said that the best chance for the Republican Party is that he just dies right now, because that way they could make him into a martyr. They could hold him up like Ronald Reagan, the greatest president ever. Look at here. They're hoping he dies before he gets
They
indicted.
could try, and then history. But of course, we don't have nothing to do with history in this country. God forbid you tell the fucking truth.
Right.
Well, there's also the fact that I think if he dies, that they know that the current government will not thrash a dead ex-president, especially a dead one. Maybe this ex-president, we might be lucky the DOJ may do something about him, but if he dies, they will certainly not investigate anymore on Trump.
This was on.
They'll
Yeah,
leave
No,
it alone.
there would be nothing to investigate except his
That's right.
raunchy ass businesses that
But-
would still proceed underneath his crooked ass children, and they could still
Path-
go to jail. But
The path they're taking to investigate him exposes people along the way, and that's what they're worried about. To get to Trump, you've got to expose and make it obvious to other people that these GOP members are all bad, because that's
you
why
know
you
what?
got Trump.
I think the path that Rudy is on and a whole bunch of
Oh,
the
yes.
other ones, that shit's not gonna stop
because my
because
camera's
those
crooked.
fuckers dug their own graves. Okay?
No, well, they weren't
Um,
president.
No,
weren't
no,
president.
they weren't president, but that didn't stop them from committing crimes.
Certainly didn't, no. And they certainly should face justice. But the problem is, and what hurts and everyone to see is that all these people that back Trump's plan, which is there's now recording out this proving that Trump knew he lost. And
You're
said,
talking
well,
about up in what is it, Michigan or somewhere?
Yeah, but let's just go
They got-
along with this and we'll
Yeah.
just push it.
We'll let
You know,
we'll let
it's
the
all out
Republicans in
exposed.
Congress keep yelling and they'll try to get it overturned. Yeah, they knew. They have recordings of conversations that they knew that he lost. So this was this
So-
you know, there's no in my mind. How is an American citizen am I supposed to
Hell, the
progress
rest of
now
us-
if
the
he
rest of
does
us
not?
watched it live.
Yes,
We knew he lost.
yes.
too.
We've seen it. We're all witnesses to this shit. I don't know how they can come up with some other bullshit. Hell,
Yeah.
you listen to Mike Pompeo, it's just a peaceful transfer of power. Really?
Except it
You
wasn't.
tried your best for it not to be.
Hey, John.
Yes,
Can
dear.
I ask you to do me a favor?
Mhm.
Will you stop stepping on the cat's tail, okay?
Yeah.
All right, y'all excuse me for leaving the camera view for a minute. I'm going to fix that problem. There's a squeaky wheel over there and it needs to be greased. Hold on.
Okay.
Y'all keep everybody occupied there. Just back.
No,
All right,
No,
you
the,
gotta
the
go. You
Republicans,
gotta go.
the
baby.
Republicans are on some kind of mission that should they fail to win an election, they're gonna scream fraud and all the rest of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, we know what the game plan is now, because they've said the quiet part out loud, and we watched it in play. We watched an insurrection. Okay, we know what the big lie is, and good luck, Carrie Lake, and all the rest of them that are still trying it. That's it.
and yet
Fuck
they,
them.
they
Fuck
know
them.
because they have some sort of base supporting them. They'll keep pushing it until
Well, yeah.
the DOJ says stop fucking lying, otherwise we'll charge you. Stop inciting violence. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think
how
that's
the hell
gonna
do you go wearing? How do you take off your American in Parliament? How do you take off your American badge and put an AR-15 fucking badge on? What the fuck is that?
That's where the Republican wants to go. No, let's
Huh?
let's don't joke ourselves
You
here. If
said
the
it- you said
Republican
it
Party,
yourself,
they're not. I
John.
don't think they're
The flag is a gun.
they're not
the
any
flag is the gun.
interested in. Yes, their party is a gun, and that's what January 6th was about. You think Donnie's out there thinking he's on the campaign trail to win an election? No, he's rallying the troops. Is what he's doing. He knows he ain't got a
grifting
shot
at
in
the
hell.
same time. And grifting, that's all Donnie has
That's all
ever
it is.
fucking been about.
But the
is
danger of it is he
grifting
is going to
the
incite people. He will incite people. He will inspire people to do bad things. Because
Yeah,
that's who he
well,
is.
these people are going to jail, huh?
He's saying
Yes,
lock
I
and
hope so.
load now.
Not
He's
enough
selling
of them
the lock
yet.
and load right now.
You know?
All his little followers, I did it for the press, are going to jail. So,
Well, let's put the prez in there. Let's put their Lord
Hey.
and Master in jail. Because
hey,
that's what we're all waiting on.
yes.
Is for him for
Except
some kind of justice
of them
to
are
come to this.
reversing what they said. They went in, yeah, they were guilty, blah blah blah. Now they're saying no, I wasn't guilty.
Yeah, you're just
I wasn't
guilty.
guilty. I did that time, but I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything wrong.
What have we got?
Yeah,
147
well,
of them in Congress
You,
still.
you could talk yourself into believing whatever the fuck you want to believe, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think
Well,
they
you
should
wa-
add that as part of their penalty. I'm talking about the J6, the crowd.
Right.
That they can't talk about or profit from any of this crap. They can't write a book.
They can't write a book. Let that profit go
They
to
can't go on
Officer
YouTube
Sicknick's
and
family.
start a whole J6 was right kind of bullshit. I would gag them on talking about it.
I mean,
Or you go
especially
to
the
jail.
ones that-
They're not gonna
Well,
they're not
especially the
gonna
ones
prevent them from their First Amendment freedom.
Yeah.
Well, but they
the ones that are inciting violence, guys, and the ones that could have saved America from January the 6th if they had exposed what they knew prior to their fucking book, they should be banned and charged as well, because they withheld evidence, proper criminal evidence against your country and let it
Ozzy,
happen.
don't
They
hold
do
your
it.
breath for that, okay? Don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for the insurrectionists in chief to be indicted.
right.
That's-
And
that's
that
what
clock
we
is
want.
ticking. That clock is ticking, and that's what bothers me. This we can't wait till next year. This has to happen in 23. We can't wait till 24 because if anything happens, all the Republicans are going to be all up in their ass with this is a political move and all that shit. This needs to happen this year.
As if what they're doing this year is not a political move. Okay?
It's all a political.
Boy,
move.
Everything is
that-
nowadays.
That,
But I'm talking about the
that
Department of
speech
Justice,
that,
not the Congress.
that
Oh.
speech that AOC gave the other day on the House floor when they kicked Omar out
Yes.
was on fire.
She was spitting.
Good,
Yes, you was.
good.
Oh, excuse me.
I did not get to see it. I
Excuse
did not get to see it. I'm sure I was laying in bed moaning about something. Mama, come on, baby.
But see, the revenge politics that the GOP are playing at is just, it's just shocking.
It's all you're
just-
going to get for the next 2 years.
But
It's
they,
immaturity.
but guys,
It's
you guys, they
immature.
told us that they were going to do this.
Oh, yeah, there was
They
no
don't
doubt.
Honest about that.
But let's remember what a slim margin they have in the House. They do not have a mandate from the American people to go do this shit. They barely scrape their teeth through.
But John, it's not about actually accomplishing anything.
No.
It's about
No.
keeping
No,
the word
this is
out there so
theatrics.
that they can get reelected. Period.
It's about screaming,
Fear
pounding
monger,
on
fear
the
monger,
table
fear
about how
monger.
outraged they are about this. Yeah.
The Judiciary Committee just sent out its first subpoenas to Merrick Garland, Christopher Wray, and Miguel Cardona.
Oh, a little
which would be-
investigation into that whole investigation stuff, huh?
Right, which
Yeah,
Miguel
that's what we're gonna
Cardona
investigate.
is the education secretary. Now, this
This
is all based
Orwellian.
on communications between the National School Board sent in an official, like, could you look into this sort of thing to Merrick Garland, because they literally were having people come into the school board meetings and threatening, when we were talking about mandates for masks
Right.
and then they started adding, CRT and, gender stuff. And Merrick Garland said, well, okay, I guess I can look at that. And he sent out, I guess there was about 100 emails back and forth between his FBI director and the education secretary and la la la. They didn't do anything. It was just they were communicating that these people asked us to look at this. But nope. It's those are their first subpoenas. We're going to look at that. And it's all about keeping it in front on the newspaper, in everybody's eye.
That's what it is. And that's what it's going to
Yeah.
continue to be.
And that's all it is.
It's divisive politics, and that's what they're designed to do.
That's
It's just
exactly
keep
right.
America divided, so
Hey,
they stay in power.
I'm kind of for this
They
divided.
stay in grift.
The conversation drifted a little earlier on the Tim Cormall show about, well, Donnie's threatening he'll just make a new party. Go for it, baby. Where do I donate? Where do I donate? Kick it off, baby. The maggot party. Whatever he wants to call it. America First Party, whatever he wants to do. Split that Republican Party and get after it. I'm all for it. Hello,
It all
Mitch.
started to go. Oh, sorry, Mitchy.
What's up, fellers and
Hey, Mitch.
non-fellers?
And non-feller.
Good to see you all.
Good to see
Hey,
you,
Mitch.
Mitch. How's Julie?
My kids are cringing. Yeah, she's all right. She's down at her folks.
Good.
I'm here with most of the children.
So, what are you,
How you
bachelor?
doing?
You all on your own
Hmm.
then?
I think we'll manage.
Ah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So, how's everything in your
You know,
world, Mitch?
guys-
What do you think?
What do I think?
What do you think? Come on.
I think we've been conditioned to respond to social media now in a way that's super unhealthy. And I can't help but think that this balloon fiasco is definitely
Oh,
an
Lord.
example of it. I've read some of the most racist things I've ever heard come out of it. It's like it triggers everybody to react to something. It's just silly.
It makes news, Mitch.
You know
Yeah.
what? You know what?
Makes sense.
It would be something if America didn't go float balloons over other countries too. We do the
Right.
same goddamn shit, you guys. Come on. America
Yeah.
is not
I don't
in
think-
this situation.
They've already pointed out the fact that if it was a spy situation, they have better intelligence coming from satellites than they get
Exactly.
from a balloon like that.
Exactly.
But and these things have come over the United States before. It has been pointed out. 3 under Donnie, and he didn't shoot any of them down. But that's not it. This one went into the news. It made the news, and once it makes the news, baby, now we have a story. If it's not a story, we're gonna make it a story, which is what they
Yeah, well,
did.
They did.
I
and
think
they,
it only
you know,
became a story is because people saw it with their naked eyes.
Yeah, you could see it. Oh, look at her. There's
Like,
the
oh, what's
spy
that?
balloon.
Can
Yeah.
we say naked eye on here?
We can
When
say
you say
naked.
naked, we've said so
We're on
many
the
other
internet.
things.
We can get away with it. We can get away with it.
I don't want to break the internet, John.
Don't break
Okay.
it, please. Please, not on this show.
Oh my God.
Oh, we
How
could put a
dare you
patch
go
over
around with
that
your
eye.
naked
It's okay.
eyes, Mitch? How dare you? How dare you? There are children listening.
Oh yeah, who?
Dang.
Who's got kids in this room? Jesus, what kind of parent are you? Let your kid listen to
Right?
this.
Right?
I got
We
kids
gotta
in
have
the
a
room,
warning at the
5 of them,
beginning.
and I've got a
Language,
cat house
smoking.
that is going to be delivered tomorrow or the next day.
Listen to the baby.
Yes, I have a cat house that's coming.
Is that the big news?
That
John?
is the big news, buddy. I'm going into the business. I'm going to put
Marcia
a
finally
freaking.
throw.
I'm putting
Marcia
a red
finally
light
throwing
out there
your
and putting them
grizzled
all
ass
out in the cage. Got a swing in there too. You want some action? Here it is, baby. Get in the cage.
I was gonna say that. I figured Marcia just threw your ass out, and it was the cheapest alternative.
It's an option, buddy. That's what I'm. It's an option. You got to keep
Make sure
your
it's got
options open.
pillows.
No, I ordered. This thing is over 5 feet tall. It's 5 feet tall, and like 4 foot wide, square, and all that stuff. And it's got.
That means you're still going to have to crouch.
Yeah, but they're gonna be outside crouching.
Oh,
Oh no,
you
this is
will
they're gonna have tunnels to play in, little hammock swings to swing in. It's cat heaven here, cat paradise. They could just go in there and shit. So I'm tired of smelling it in here. I'm telling you, you feed them, they shit. That's what they do. It's a conspiracy.
You know, I think the balloon came over trying to show us that, you know, we really are getting China's bad air, okay?
There he was
Wonderful.
right after all.
Good air.
We're
And we're
producing
getting
all the
their
good
bad
air,
air.
and China's shipping us all
Okay.
the bad air. That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
In the meantime, again,
It's true.
I'm
It's
worried
true.
about this,
Ashley was
this
right.
Air Force general. Have you heard what he said?
What Air Force General? What did he say, pray tell?
Minahan? Michael Minahan?
Tell me the story.
I think he needs to have some kind of health exam.
Oh no, don't tell me he's a
Don't
Donnie
think that.
leftover.
Well, he has decided that it's imminent that there will be a war with China. We will be at war with China.
Really?
Yes.
And then it got worse after that. Some of the stuff that
No,
came
no, no.
out of
You've
his mouth.
misread that.
Okay.
You misread that. We're going to be at war with Chinatown.
Oh, Chinatown. Oh, shit.
Chinatown.
We're all
Yeah,
going to
you
San
did.
Francisco. Come on, let's
Did
go.
he say which specific one?
Yeah, there's one in out in the East Coast,
Right.
West
All of
Coast.
them.
It's,
All of them.
it's a divert. They're
All
going
of
to
them,
attack on
okay.
both
They're
sides.
going to gang up on us.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's going to be an egg roll fight and
If we are not careful in this world, we could end up in places like that, though. We could end up in a bad situation. And it hasn't gotten any easier or better in the last several years, has it? No. No, the world is still in a very tense situation here with all of Ukraine going on. You know, the whole world is still holding their breath. We got players in this game that aren't
Absolutely.
healthy.
And you know, we should be concerned about what China is doing. I mean, they want world domination. They want to be number one in everything in the fucking world. And had it not been for, you know, COVID and them unleashing that shit on the world, they probably would have been there by now. Shit.
Oh, there
Well,
you go,
they have
Keith.
some. China has some significant advantages over the United States. For example, they do not spend a massive majority of their GDP on the military, but they still have military supremacy for all intents and purposes of the United States. We would have to resort to something like a nuclear attack if we were ever going to attack them, because they'd beat our ass on the ground. We don't have
They
a million,
overrun.
1.3 million soldiers. What the fuck are we going to do with that?
Ooh, yeah, it's not enough. That's not enough. No,
Their
we can't
Navy-
afford this. It would not be a conventional war. It would be
Their
a
Air
nuclear
Force
war.
is bigger
That's
than
the
our
only
Army
one.
and Navy put together.
It's a no-win situation no matter which way it goes.
Uh-huh.
You start tossing missiles around, and the world's got a problem. Oh man,
That's-
you know,
that's
I'll
one
tell
way.
you what.
think
You know
that
how
the
John
balloon
relaxed?
Situation was a big embarrassment for them. They didn't plan on getting caught at doing some really low tech shit, you know, and you know, getting the eyes put on them. They was trying to be sneaky and they got caught at it. That's all.
Let me send out a
But
quick
we do
thank
the
you.
we do the same shit. We float balloons all the fucking time.
Oh, I know the future. I'm going to tell you the future here in just a second. Let me thank Keith Thompson, our Marine Corps buddy. Came in with $5 and said, "Why do the right-wing nut jobs think they are the only ones with weapons? My oath is still protect my nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic." That's what the oath said, baby, and we keep it. We keep it, Keith. Hey, hoorah, hoorah, my butt. You know what John did Damn, for a good part yesterday. John's laying around not feeling too good. What are you going to do? I don't want to watch the news. It just pisses me off. What do you want to watch? Well, what anybody would want to watch. The history of the world. Our history. And it did. I watched 4 hours of a Smithsonian special, The History of the World, how our birth of our planet came from the Big Bang when a star collapsed and a big explosion. Here we are, billions of years. We float around. We make this planet. And it goes through several...
Thanks for simplifying, Ron.
Very simplified. 2 extinction events where everything on Earth just about was killed. And now we are in the last show. You go through this whole 3 hours, it is all about the world. And then you get into this little sliver of, oh, here comes man. And, if you ask me after watching that show, what does the future hold? We're a fucking dead planet just waiting to happen. We're going to kill ourselves. And if it's not going to be nuclear weapons, it's going to be environmentally. And more precisely, probably environmentally. It'll be rising oceans. It'll be storms. It'll get worse. And we see it on the horizon.
I'm actually looking forward to the extinction of humanity.
Are you? Get the fleas off the planet.
Think how quiet it'll be.
It'll be absolutely quiet. The flowers will come out and the bees will sing again.
Right. There you go.
You know, it would not take long for this planet to recuperate in the scope of time
The planet doesn't have. I mean, we're supposed to be here. Let's not forget that. You know, we're here because we're here because we're here. So, this whole idea that
that whole thing, and no matter where you go, there you are.
That's true.
Yeah, no matter where you go,
Can't argue with that.
There you are, and here we are. So we're looking at a world that half of it wants to blow each other up, the other half we're just gonna rape it until there's nothing left but a dried up prune. We have to make drastic changes, not only in our society but in our businesses and our industries. It's going to take a hell of an event. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Maybe I shouldn't be watching such shows.
Most of the extinction of different species are pretty much because of man, and we can do that to ourselves too.
We're killing them off pretty quick nowadays.
Actually, we're not killing them off nearly as fast as regular old nature did.
Well,
so don't buy that.
We're doing a good job of it. But Mother Nature did it. She did it all at once. The first one with a massive volcanic eruptions around the globe, which killed off everything, and then next came the big meteor that we're all familiar with that hit the Gulf of Mexico, I guess, or whatever. And there goes all the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I remember it well.
Yeah, just like it was yesterday. Remember the big streets in the sky and all that shit. Let me thank Mitch Goldstein. I know that guy who came in with a $2 donation, said healthcare is a human right. Boy, howdy shit. There you go, baby. We got our healthcare in this country, and that's profit, baby. How much money you got? You got insurance? You ain't got insurance? Well,
keeping your grizzled ass alive is big business, my friend.
It is big business. It is. Make a lot of money on this shit. Oh, hell yeah. I'm getting up. I'm just a cash cow nowadays. 70 years old. Shit, yeah. They're looking at me like Ding Chick King. We're going to cash in on that guy. I am. I'm just bags of money hanging on a hook at this point, buddy. He's got to go sooner or later. He's going to get sick. He's going to be in the hospital here. We're going to ka-ching.
Did you know that the life expectancy in the United States has dropped?
Again?
Yeah. It's shrunk to 76 now.
Y'all are so fucking cheerful.
Jinx.
It's encroaching 79
Sorry,
in Scandinavia.
I'm going to die. Is that what you're saying?
Eventually.
I'm going to die. We're all going to die. We just want to, what's that song? Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to go today. Nobody wants to go today. I got shit to do.
Hey, John, I got news for you. Nobody gets out of here alive.
Nobody gets out of here alive, baby. That's how come at a certain point, I think the older we get, a lot of, this is my musings in my head. Let me thank Lady Freedom Rocks who came in with $5 and said this Chinese balloon has been a slap in the face of the United States, only to show our ignorance on making.
It really hasn't. They've done it before, and they'll do it again. They still
Thank
got
you, Lady
balloons out
Freedom
there.
Rock.
There's one. floating under
Yeah, there's one down in Central
Latin
America.
America.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, right
Just
now. So
don't step on a keyboard.
this,
You know,
it's
I just
extremely low
I'm at
tech.
the point.
We got the balloon. We're gonna figure out what they're fucking using it for. So
Oh,
come on.
we'll gather some intelligence off of this, no doubt.
Yes,
You know, we're
yes,
gonna
no doubt.
get some, and they can't say much. The last thing that happened over there, I think they recently explained, and a few years ago when the United States Navy had a plane that was nipped by a Chinese fighter, and the Chinese
Yes,
plane
sir.
crashed in the Soren.
Yep.
And yeah, we had to land that plane emergency landing on their land. They gave it back to us in boxes, baby. So, I'm not, losing any sleep over shooting down this balloon. And the intel that we get from them, I don't know. But I think the whole story itself, yeah, way out of proportion, baby. And you're right, only because we could see it. We could all see it.
Yeah.
Look at there. It was pointed out.
The whole
There's the
story
Chinese
has been
spy balloon.
blown up and
It
blown out of
has been,
proportion.
it just becomes a story. And like so many things,
Yeah.
come on, baby, what are you doing?
Excuse me. If anything, nobody's going around saying Biden said shoot shit down on Wednesday. Hello.
Yeah.
As soon as he
Yeah,
found out about it, shoot it down.
And the military advised waiting until it was over a safe area to do so. Because like I said, if we would have shot it down over some Joe Bob's house over there and his little 3-year-old kid gets killed, there's the headline, baby. And you think some outrage would be going on? Yeah. What are you doing? Are you just here to make my life miserable or what? Go tend to
me again, John.
go tend to your kids. Jesus. I want a cat house so bad. We got a prison for a cat house. It's a cat house. It's not a cat prison, it's a cat
Prison.
house.
Oh my God, we're getting into some
You-
weird
you know-
ethics here.
Yeah, we are. We're good. It's
John,
made of
when
mesh.
when I set up my kennel for my dog, and it's a little small pen, I put a sign on it that said Alder Point Penitentiary for Dogs.
There's a conversation starter.
But you leave the door open, don't you?
No, I don't leave the door open. Them little bastards need to stop running off sometimes,
I have a doggy door. I just can't use it.
No, I
Because
have
every
one that
time
knows
I
how to.
open it, cats
She
run in.
figures out how to get out. She escapes
You
a
have a-
lot. So.
You have a donkey door?
Yeah, no, she wishes if she could get up here, she would be up here too. Because I can't open the damn door to feed the cats without the donkey going, and the whole neighborhood knows John's coming out to feed the cats.
You're just like Dr. fucking Doolittle.
That's
John.
me, buddy.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
me.
Okay.
There's a parrot squawking going on, dogs
You just
barking.
need something that spits at you now.
Really? No
Oh.
shit.
Let's don't push it. Let's don't push it. Don't give nobody around here any
Yeah.
ideas for anything else that shits. If it
You're gonna be
shits,
building-
no.
Or a llama.
You gonna be building an ark next, John?
That's what it is, brother. I need help. Are you, no pressure here. Just Travis is really concerned. See you in San Antonio again.
I hear the kiddies.
All right. Well, ain't kitties. That's Travis whining. Is Mitch going? Well, I don't know. It's a long way off.
What's a long way off?
Funny.
Well, if we hook up in San Antonio again. And,
It's possible.
well,
all right.
what do you need some cash? I'm sure he'll take up a donation to get it to you. You
Okay.
shouldn't be. You made a big impression on him. Travis really thinks a lot about you, Mitch. He really does.
Well,
And I'm
I
glad
can
of that.
tell you that I would love. Julie's never been.
She
and
needs
you
to
guys
be.
have not had a chance to meet her.
I would
And
love
those
to.
there's tacos in San Antonio that need
There
to be
are
eaten.
tacos, and we have a fine recommendation on where to find them.
Yeah. Tecamolina all the way.
All the way, baby.
Dream about that place.
It was rather good.
Yeah.
Do they serve breakfast tacos?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, good.
Metro Pueblo.
If you listen to Tim Cormall's show today, if you listen to his podcast, at some point Tim goes, "Is somebody eating a candy bar?" At that moment, Tyler had just walked in the door with my breakfast taco, gone to the restaurant to get some, and it's wrapped in aluminum foil. He laid it down here, and I just barely opened it up to look at it. And there's the
Crinkle,
crinkling of
crinkle.
all over the show there. Somebody eating a candy bar? I just no, I'm sorry. It's my taco.
Busted.
It's my
Jeez.
taco. It was a good time on his show today. We had a lot of good conversation. You know, I want to get more into a format to where I'm trying to figure out, or Tim's going to try to teach me how I can get sound clips. I don't have to play the video clip to be, knocked off the air or some shit, but a sound clip, well, that's different. So maybe I can get some sound clips that we can play so we can, react to what we heard, because that's what a lot of shows do, to stimulate the conversation.
We don't need that shit.
We don't need that shit.
We
Why
got
do we
Missy
need that
Chick.
shit? We have our own brains around here.
We got Missy Chick.
Ah,
She is our hot news feed, man.
that's true. That's true. And I'm thankful for that. I really am. I am. 'Cause here lately, John, I ain't been feeling up to par. I've not been into the news. Like I said, I watched the history of the world. All of the comments and all the shit keep me occupied.
I have been distracted with the 7th grade. It is like really getting on my nerves this time around.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Although he's doing very, very well.
Baby,
Yeah.
you're not hungry.
Even with all the distractions, he managed to bring a couple of his grades up to A's and A pluses.
Good,
That's really
good.
fun.
This
I'm
is
glad to hear that.
Very smart young man.
I am
He is
glad to hear
very
that.
smart. So,
So out there in California, Bernadette,
yes,
they are talking about PG&E.
PG&E sucks.
It does suck.
I've never heard somebody say, "Wow, I really like PG&E."
I have
They're
never
great
heard
guys."
anybody
just-
say anything good about the company at
But
all.
PG&E is facing felony manslaughter charges over California
Look,
Pipe.
they should. I mean, they've burned down numerous towns. They blew up one down near Oakland. They've, killed several people. Several, these people are criminal. They've neglected their lines for over 50 years. They're starting fires all over California. Some of the biggest fires in California have been started by PG&E's failed equipment. Okay,
Right.
last night the wind blew, our lights went out twice.
Suzanne
Okay,
Jarrett in the
and-
chat,
and that's just how
PG&E
it is.
sucks ass. I think there's some
Yeah,
emotion
big
behind
time. PG&E, they should be criminally sued. They have
Come on,
gotten
baby,
off
quit.
on case after case with just the slap on the hand, and these people have killed people. They've
Yes,
killed
they're
people with
negligent.
their negligence.
that.
Yes,
Has killed people.
Yes.
It's cost lots of people their homes.
millions of dollars
On
in
their
homes
lives,
all
John, their
over
lives.
California, and they suck. They suck. Okay. And they're raising their goddamn prices.
All right, y'all
Well,
bash
that's
PG&E a
horrible.
minute. I got to get her out now. She's hollering to get out, and she's driving me nuts.
So yeah, I'm all for
Jesus,
PG&E being criminally charged because they have killed people.
But the problem is, it's it's a company. They're charging a company, not people. And I think people make
You
the
know what?
decisions.
You know
They
what?
need to be
There
spanked
was the
too.
whole town of Paradise that got burned down because of PG&E's equipment.
Yep.
The largest fire that happened last year was because of PG&E's equipment.
Yeah, that's what they catch
Outdated
doing,
equipment, and they don't maintain their clear face with their lines.
No, I have PG&E property lines going across my property. They came out last summer and manually cut underneath the lines across my property, and I'm looking at these guys, and they brought in crews.
Are
They
y'all
had to cut
insinuating
brush.
by any chance that any corporation should take concern with their customers, should care about their customers' well-being or their status in life or whatever? No. Did y'all see the report on the oil companies?
Santa Rosa.
The profit
They've had-
margins?
PG&E should fucking
PG&E
be
is no
behind
different.
bars. The whole fucking corporation should
money.
be behind bars.
It's about money.
is
Whether
about
we're talking
money.
about electric companies with not keeping up with their lines and their repairs,
Fines,
or
fines
oil
are
companies who
easier
are
to
charging
pay
you
than
over
the-
$3-4 a
The
gallon while
settlement
they
on
make
the
money out the
Paradise
wazoo.
case-
Huh?
The settlement on the Paradise case was, I think, something like $54 million. They burned down a whole goddamn town.
What is that? That's like a
People
spit in the
died.
bucket as to what was lost.
Thank
It is
you.
a spit in the bucket.
Thank you.
It's not even a spit. That's like not even a drop of sweat there. Yes,
But,
they
yeah.
get away with it.
$54 million.
Because that's
Are
the
you
way the
kidding
system
me?
is built to
To protect the
support.
corporation.
That's right, to protect the corporations. Right now, like I said, Exxon Mobil, all of them, record
Slap on the
profits.
hand.
Your ass is paying high for gas. Why? Because they want more money. That's it.
Yep.
That's the way life is nowadays. You don't like it? Get an electric company. Go to another gas company. There ain't one.
But the
Oh, well,
the
shit,
young
you're up shit's creek, ain't you?
So
The,
they can back their stock and make more profit for
Yeah, they're not
their
investing
board
in the
members and
company.
shit.
They're not investing in
Their
future.
stockholders.
It's stock buyback.
And the Young
Profit.
Turks were insinuating today that the reason that it hasn't been pushed very far is that your wonderful Governor Newsom has actually gotten a lot of donations through the years.
You know what? That's what corporations do.
They
Yeah,
play
like
both
$10
sides.
million
It ain't just
since
Newsom.
1998.
It ain't just Newsom. They support all
Oh, I
sides.
know.
So no matter who the fuck is in office, they're covered.
They're playing
Yeah,
both sides of
pretty
the fence.
much.
They always have. Now they
Yes.
favor the Republicans. There is no doubt that the oil and gas industry highly favors Republicans, but they will play both sides of the fence
But
regardless.
here in California, if you don't favor the Democrat, you ain't gonna have a man in office. Okay?
Right.
Oh, howdy.
So they play both sides of the fence with this bullshit. And as soon as we as voters start to realize that these corporations don't give a fuck about us and just start standing up and voting what's good for us.
That's
Where
what
I am, we have an electric cooperative.
that's what I am. I have Nueces
And-
Electric Co-op here.
I
which-
swear without fail, no less than 2 years go by and they're cleaning under the lines by my house. Every 2 years.
You know, I can't. Yeah, I live out here, way out in the country, and they trim the lines around the pole, around the trees around the lines around here pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Pretty regular. The only thing I could say really good about my company is that every December you don't get a bill. Now, am I paying the rest of the year for that? Well, of course I am. But it's nice that December comes around and they say, no, that's okay.
I still have a telephone company that I'm dealing with because their poles, 2 of them, are still down in my yard.
In your yard.
And yeah.
Boy, howdy shit. They still ain't
2
picked
of
them
them.
up?
No.
They can't decide who it is that's got to do
I
it.
think I'd be out there with an axe. Well, I'll just move it myself then. There you go. Chop this sucker down and move it out of my way. How's that?
I still got two lines that is attached to it, 2 cables that are attached to it that are still laying down in my yard.
That's bullshit, Bernie.
And this
That
is
is
a
such
telephone
bullshit.
company. This is bullshit, John. It absolutely is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to a power line, but telephone company pissed me off. Yeah, you fuckers. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm glad I don't have their service.
Right?
That's pitiful,
Well, probably
though.
wouldn't be working right
It's
now
pathetic.
if you did.
It's pathetic.
But that
And the
you know,
the 2 people that they've sent out took pictures, and I ain't seen them since.
that's sad. That's sad.
It's
Where'd they go back? Yep, it's down. Well, you better send out a
been
team to
over a
confirm
month.
that.
They came down shortly after Christmas. It's February now.
Yeah, see, their BW's sitting there saying, "Wow, B-Pre, they are still there." This family knows how long they've been sitting there.
Yeah.
For a long ass time. That's
Yeah,
pitiful.
they still
That's
sitting there.
pitiful.
Joss, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, we're sorry to hear that, Josh. Oh man,
That's painful.
yeah. And you know, the sad thing is, there's so much goes on in the world, man. There's so many people in this family that have so much going on. You know, we don't know.
Yep.
But that's rough, buddy, and we're sorry to hear
Healing
that.
blessings to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, we are sorry to hear that.
You know, you got to a place to come hang, brother.
Yep.
That's why we're here.
There's a few of
Conversation
us that
goes
have
anywhere,
been through
baby.
the same.
You know, we're not only here for the politics, we're here for each other. And that can be seen in this conversation every time. Every time we come on the air, oh man, her husband found her. That's rough. Yeah.
Oh.
Man, I'm so sorry, Josh. That's rough, buddy. But the best
They
we
really
could
aren't
do is to
words.
be
They
there
aren't words.
for anybody, you know, who you think is in crisis, to do what you can, but you're not going to be, you know. I should know. It's the way my sister went, and there was nobody that could have helped her.
Oh, I lost a brother.
You never know what people are having to suffer through, or how to react to it.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
Boy,
a tough one.
that is a tough one. It is a tough one, but it happens every day in this country. You know, we have to fight better to lift the social morale around this country. You know, every day we're inundated with spy balloons or documents or whatever the bullshit is of the day. And we watch our lawmakers spend all their time on this bullshit when we know we have a nation that's hurting in so many different ways. And I consider myself as patriotic as the next guy, as concerned about my country as the next guy. But I can see, I'm an old military guy, but I can see where we could cut a whole lot of money out of our military budget to start addressing some of the needs of this nation. And because this nation needs it. Our society needs it. We have a great military to protect us everywhere but right here. We're not set up to protect this land or this people. We're set up to protect our country someplace else. But the problem isn't someplace else. The problem's here. Our troubles are here. And holy shit, Michael Falbuster, is that a mistake, buddy? Because if it is, back it up. Michael Falbuster just came in with $101 through Super Chat. Buddy, please check that, Michael, and adjust that if it has to be. Buddy, be very careful. Yeah, check that. Make sure you didn't hit a wrong button somewhere, buddy. Please. I appreciate everybody that donates to this show, and it tremendously helps. But I don't want anybody ever putting themselves in a position. But I appreciate every donation. But Michael, please check that out, buddy. Make sure that that's right. I don't want anybody. It is. This is yeah. That's a sad subject to deal with. But believe me, there are families every day in this country that have to deal with it. And unfortunately, my family is not immune to that. And,
I don't think anybody's is,
nobody
John.
is. Nobody's is.
And I just posted, the national hotline.
Thank you.
For suicide.
Thank you.
If you know somebody who's having problems, please call 988 or get them to call 988 and
Indeed.
just tell them, hey, there's somebody that you could talk to. There is help available, and we need to do more to try to inform people that there is help available.
Well, Michael Falbuster just wrote back in the chat, it's 101 for my Blue Dots, 101 for the people, 101 for my girl Bernadette, and 101 for Big John.
Thank you, Michael.
Michael
That's
Falbuster,
sweet.
thank you very much, brother. We appreciate that. That'll help tremendously. Thank you very much. Yeah, that'll help tremendously. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yes, I'm glad he takes the time to point out the family. It's not just me sitting up here. This is all of us. You don't think I look down here and see a sigh of relief when I see Bernadette and Mr. Chick in there for one? You know, boom. I know we got a conversation. I know Mr. Chick's going to be on her stuff. We got a game going. Let's see who else jumps in. But the game is in there. And it saves my ass so many times. So, yeah, this is a family show. This is created by y'all. I'm just the guy behind the camera sitting here going, hey, how y'all doing? And using my heart when appropriate. But have no doubt, this is a family show. And on that note, let's bring in some family members.
Yeah, I see a couple down there.
I see a couple of them down there. I see that Joe was down there, and then he popped out and gone. And
He's on Facebook.
yeah, I seen a comment in there. Joe, where'd
Howdy,
you go?
everyone.
Hello, Asgard. How are you?
I'm good. Here to bring some positivity to the chat tonight.
There you go. How's
No,
Spock?
thanks, Asgard.
I'm good. Playing video games. Currently killing a boss on Diablo. So
Oh, there you go. Is he the bad guy? Evidently with the name of Diablo.
Well, this one is an angel-turned demon
Oh,
thing that was
demon.
trying to kill me.
Yeah.
That's another one of those games that my grandson loves
Oh
very,
yeah,
very
my
much.
kids.
So,
It's
them
good for
older games.
mindless high fun when you're blown out of your mind and you don't really want to think about anything. You just kind of run around and click
Is-
things and things get hit with lightning. It's fun.
Is that why he does it? You've given me such insight.
There you. There's,
Okay.
After he's done his homework.
and let's welcome Jorge Tirebiter also. Jorge, how are you, buddy?
Jorge's in
Jorge.
the house.
Oh, and
I could use a little of that thunderbolt and lightning shit tonight myself.
You
know?
could.
You got it. You got it.
and
make your-
honestly, on
Hey,
the note
and
of what
you know, it just
Go ahead, Jorge. Hold
it
on,
ain't
Esther.
just every family that has a tire biter in it. You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
There you
So-
go. Well, how's Dan?
Now, lovely Nan is doing wonderful. We're
Good.
getting ready to go camping the end of the month
Outstanding,
here up at
brother.
the lake.
Good. Get out and enjoy some of this nice weather.
But watching Randy Peterson trying to catch him a fish down there in Rockport.
Yeah. Randy, I think is having a good time. I am so happy he's enjoying himself down here. When he moved down here, I was really hopeful that he'd adapt to the area well, and he sure has. I think if Randy's got a beer and a fishing, it's perfect. What do you want more? A beer and a hand, one hand, a fishing pole in the other, and the sun shining. You can't beat that.
There you go.
That's what it's all about.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna. San Antonio could be a good get together this year if we can do it.
We're trying to bring it together. John and Caroline Metjesco are already going to be down there. So Travis and I and Randy Peterson and Joe Garcia, we've already started making plans. We're going to be up there. So we're going to try to make it into a thing if we can. Anybody that
Only reason I missed it last time was I was in the hospital. You know.
I think it's May 21st or 19th. We have it solid. That 19th is on the Friday. 21st is on a Sunday. John and Caroline, I know, are going to be there on Sunday. So we're just trying to play it out right now. Let's see if it pans out. I hope it does. The last time, like I said, Travis already asked me, is Mitch coming? Is Mitch coming? Well, I don't know. I'm hoping. But because Travis and Mitch hit it off so well. And I was happy
Right
about it. I was tickled to death. They're both two guys with computers. They're talking the same language. Left me sitting over there by myself, twiddling my ass.
Oh, and
Fucking didn't have a thing to
John, I
do.
got
Huh.
good news.
Right.
Things are going well with that significant other of mine. And,
Oh, good.
she doesn't like playing video games as much as I do, but she
Well.
does enjoy playing them. But what she enjoys is crocheting and watching me play the games.
Well,
that she
there
doesn't
you go,
enjoy
buddy.
playing.
Everything's going to work out fine. You get a new hat, you play the game.
Yeah,
There you go.
Works out well.
she
Let's
made me
see.
a little cat out of crocheted yarn.
I don't need any more cats. I don't need any more
Luckily,
cats.
this one won't multiply.
Doesn't eat either.
Slowly he turned, step by step. I'm telling you. Old
Just
Bat would
remember,
speak-
she has needles. Dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have daggers on their feet. Speaking of cats, Old Bat with two cats, Old Bat, two cats, donated $20, said those danged Republicans need to stop coming after my Social Security and all the other social safety nets. Medicare for all. Yes, that's what they want to do. Don't think it's not. That's their plan. They want to save money. How to do it? Cut Medicare. Cut Social
It'll never
Security.
pass.
That,
Guys,
Yeah, like
It'll
and-
never fucking
No.
pass.
won't go. Are you
It won't
shitting
go
me? It's the
nowhere.
only thing that so many of us, if I didn't have my Social Security, shit, we wouldn't be in this house. That's all there is to it. But you paid in all that all your life. You're expecting this. This is what
We'd
you were
all be
promised.
on the street.
If they
Me
had
too.
their way, the Republicans, are you shitting me? They'd kick us all out in a heartbeat. Get a job, Grandma.
If
Yeah.
they never want to get elected again, go ahead, cut that shit.
Yeah,
see
cut
what
that
happens.
shit again. You'll never get elected again. You think it's just Democrats that survive on that? No. A lot of Republicans, baby. A lot of it's a stupid. If anything,
It's a fear tactic, you guys, and that's how they.
I
keep
am
their
sure if
base.
you gave a piece of paper and a pencil to every American and said, write down what you think where the government could save money, baby, we'd come up with a list of all sorts of shit. Because there are so many ways that we as Americans can see to streamline and cut costs and cut back on waste and abuse and fraud.
And like the thing that gets me is, the F-35, that VTOL super plane that they supposedly been building for like yeah, that thing is defeated by fog, heavy winds,
What, the F-22 ain't good enough?
Yeah, like they've spent almost $11 trillion building a yard dart that can be taken out by fog.
But it's patriotic. It's American. It's we're going to protect America. We need to build these new things and exciting new weapons so we can protect America far into the future. That's it. Fly the flag and let an eagle fly by. Because that's what they sell.
When we were over in Afghanistan and they needed tanks and they built tanks and then they came back and found out, well, our tanks won't, stand up to an IED, so we have to go build new tanks.
Well, I got news for you, baby. We got tanks out the wazoo. We have helicopters out the wazoo. We have everything out the wazoo because we don't stop building them. Because
we have a surplus right now.
Yes, we have surplus everything.
Thousands of vehicles.
Because we're not going to stop building it because we have military contracts to fulfill those orders. And that's money, baby. That's generating money for business, not your ass, not for the American people.
And gee, where could we cut some money?
Where could we go?
Industry complex.
Somebody Google tank graveyard or airplane graveyard.
Okay.
Or
John?
What?
What I was quoted in the Army for one of our supply sergeants is that for every operational vehicle in the Army, there are 150 that are non-operational in storage that are maintained by the U.S. Army that could be put into operation at any given time, which is why those tanks and everything we're sending to the Ukraine are nothing. We're probably sending them out-of-date models that have been in storage since the 80s.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But we can charge them. We can write it down that it's full price, so we'll get it on the books, buddy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
we're not going to give them a deal. It's full price, but it's not the cream of the crop. No. Everything.
And still wreck everything the Russians have.
It's just the bullshit that we pay for that is sold to us on a plate of patriotism and obligation, and it's not. When we were warned about the military-industrial complex, he was not bullshitting. That's what we had to worry about, and that's what we have now. It eats up half our.
January 6th
Ike was right.
Yes.
If January 6th wasn't a clear sign of their patriotism, then America needs to be taken for a ride, okay? It was a clear sign of their patriotism.
I'd look at what happened post 9/11, and the response, the outrage at the beginning, yes, it was heartfelt and throughout the nation. But it's what the Republicans ended up doing with that. They took us into Iraq, where we had no business going, where we had already kicked Saddam's ass back up into his little. Everything was fine. Not fine as it could be, but stable. But we went in and started kicking over trash cans, and that has given us so much over what was just a bullshit contract war, a way to make money, in my opinion. Dick Cheney just couldn't. He was drooling to get his ass in there. Halliburton it was, baby. That's what that war was. It gave us Blackwater. We don't need our troops. Hell, we'll hire professional killers. That's what we need. And then you're going to turn around and talk bad about Russia with Wagner? Tell me the difference. Show me the difference between Wagner and us using Blackwater. Oh, it's a security company. Well, what do you think Wagner is? That's what they sell it as, a security company. So, yeah, it's, private business, baby. That's what it is. That's what happens when you start privatizing a battlefield, baby. On either fucking side.
It's the same fucking thing.
You didn't see any indictments coming down for that either.
No, you're not going to see it either, baby. Millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars was made. and soaked
Well,
up
that's what this country's
by
built
good
on.
patriotic
Quite
Americans.
literally.
The same good
It's
patriotic Americans that jumped out
land
there
of
and
milk
soaked
and
up
honey
so
where
much
you can
PPP
skim off
money. It
all
was
the honey and
sickening.
milk you can.
Yeah.
Off everybody.
You know, from the days, and I've told this story before, when I told my division chief, which asked me, how you doing, John? Doing fine. If you just load me up a wagon load of money, let me take it out to the dumpster and throw it away, and I could go home. My day would be over. I'd do that every day. I get off early. Because that's what I felt like I was doing. Just wasting money. Because they don't care. Don't give a shit. It's not coming out of their pocket. Just go with the program.
Little Miss
Go with the
Three
program.
Letters wants to say that she's not making enough in the house.
Really?
Oh, she wants a raise
Really?
now?
She
Yeah,
wants a raise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give her a
Well,
raise.
yeah, she says she doesn't
Kick
make
her
enough.
butt and raise her off the ground. I
Personally think that she should quit her job and
maybe she ought to
go back
look
into
back
the
at how many
private
times
industry.
Congress has voted to
Go make
raise the
some real
minimum
money.
wage versus how many times Congress has voted to give itself a raise. You'll see a difference in there. Because they voted for themselves a raise over and over and over again. While they scream and holler about raising minimum wage.
while they wanna cut Social Security.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because they
man.
definitely need more money.
We need, I don't know, we need Mr. Smith goes to Washington. We need people in our house that are willing to fight for the citizens and aren't going to get corrupted by the money and the power that is there waiting for them. But we're not going to get that until we clean our house. And I don't know how to do that. How are you going to get Congress to pass a law that says, hey, nobody in Congress can invest in the stock market until you get out of Congress? How are we going to get a term limits law passed with those assholes? They're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it.
No. It's not about America's prosperity or America's standing in the world, anything. It's about their job, getting reelected, making sure they have a future for their family.
Think we can get 40 million signatures?
Yeah.
Send them our own bill?
We need so much in this country. We need, but that's why we're all here. Because we recognize that we have a desire. We're in the grand scheme of things, we're a small group. You know, even across platforms, we have 37,000 followers on TikTok. We have 26,000 on Facebook, I think, and on YouTube, I think we're like at 13,000 or something like that. That's a lot of people. We have a good reach around the world and in this country.
And hit that like button while we're talking about
Yeah,
it.
while we're talking about that, hit that like button.
And
Damn, it's right down
and
there.
if you haven't
Shit.
subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Hit that
notifications.
subscribe button.
Yeah.
Come around every
follow.
3 times a week for a family meeting. You know?
Absolutely.
And next time it's your turn to bring the hors d'oeuvres too, by the way.
Oh.
I'll throw that in there.
Okay.
Anyway. No, that's what's great. That's what I love about this group is the fact that we do come in here and the subject can change in a heartbeat. From a heartbreaking story to a heart-lifting story. You know, but that's what that's why we're here. Is to have that, what do they call it? Oh, they call it
You know, they
fellowship.
redistricted
That's
me
what the
this
word, the
year,
church is. Yeah,
John.
they have fellowship in here. Man. That's right. Oh, shit. Don't do that.
Oh, and I'm just going to warn you, I'm probably going to nerd
Maybe.
out here in about a month and a half because they're going to be dropping a new Zelda game.
So you're going to be tied up for a while, huh, buddy?
No, I'll be
Yeah.
dropping in. I'll just
Yeah.
probably be squeeing about the game for like a week and a half.
Don't say a word. Don't say a word.
Don't say a word. Somebody
Don't
else.
say
not a word.
Somebody else might be waiting for that.
Somebody else is huge Zelda fans, okay?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. Don't be spilling no beans there, Asgard. Yeah.
Oh no,
that's right.
I'll be talking about how good it is. I'm not going to spoilers. I'm not that kind of person.
Oh, you know what? I will kick you off again.
She's got powers, buddy. You have no idea.
Telling
She's
you,
got
I'm
powers.
trying to warn you right now, okay? Don't say a word.
I won't.
Good sentence. What happened to Asgard? I don't know. So, just out of the blue, just gone. Oh man.
But I've been a huge Zelda fan my entire life. It's my favorite video game series.
It's mine
And
too. Mine too, okay?
Fair enough.
Aside from Candy Crush, Zelda is my shit, okay?
Marsha's still
To
over
this-
on her Candy Crush. She's loyal to that game.
Hey, I'm almost at 10,000,
Yeah,
John.
she's
I'm
not
at
there. No,
9,900. 9,900.
she
Yeah.
is way
To this
behind.
day, the one thing that mystifies me is the fact that they haven't remade a 3D version of A Link to the Past yet. If they made that, they'd make millions off of it.
Oh yeah, that would make me go and get virtual or whatever. And I can't do that
That's the
shit.
story of our lives, Jane.
Well,
I
I'm not even talking
told
like
you
virtual
before, okay?
reality. I'm talking
Yeah,
just like a
but wouldn't
high
that be the
definition version
yeah, well,
with like modern graphics and like three-dimensional models instead of
that
sprites.
that would be cool. That would be cool. I could
First
get off
world
on that.
problems.
Eh.
That would definitely be a shut up and take my money.
I'm a
purchase.
simple man. I like my Boom Beach. I played it this morning. I look at there,
Okay.
conquered an island right there, kicked some guy's butt who wasn't there, and there you go. When he comes back and turns on his iPad, says, oh, look at there, somebody kicked my ass. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I like Words with Friends.
Do you?
I've never
Very
met any
good.
of my friends, but
Very
they're all
good.
nice.
But good. And it's always nice to have a little something to distract us from the day's news, because obviously if
Absolutely.
you're here,
And
we're all news junkies. We want to see what's going on in the world.
Candy
So
Crush is my therapy.
there you
though.
go. It
So
allows
you
us
know,
that little.
yeah.
and like what you were saying earlier about fighting depression, the video games are what helped me fight depression.
Yeah,
Yep.
it can
Yeah.
lift you up and relieve a lot of that stress that a lot
Nothing
of us
else.
live
It
in.
just gets you through.
It
minute
takes
to
your
minute,
mind
just to-
someplace else.
Yeah.
You know, because
So,
sometimes where you're at ain't a good
the
place to think about.
John, Smartass Squad is asking, is the chat on Facebook working? Somebody is asking. I don't do
Is the
Facebook, so I
chat
can't
on
check
Facebook
that
working?
one. And
I have
you're-
seen chat
you're-
comments coming in.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
wait a minute, I'm looking
There-
backwards
it's-
now.
No, it's working. I
I
don't know.
haven't seen a Facebook comment in a while here. Back it up. Nope.
Sometimes you have to touch it to make
Oh,
it come back.
At
And
19,
guys, there's something else I've got to share with you that made me really happy. Have you guys ever heard of a podcast or a YouTube show called Critical Role?
no,
No.
No.
I'm not familiar with it.
They're a D&D podcast where you basically are listening to them and their DM play a game that is being
Okay.
narrated by the DM, and it's done very, very well because they're all voice actors.
okay.
And they have two concurrent series of a show called Critical Role, which started out as a YouTube show and also as a podcast. It's just the audio portion. I listen to the podcast version, but they have a Amazon animation show now that is on its second season, gonna be on a third because there's only 3 seasons of Vox Machina. And then they go to the next campaign after that because the campaign was over. And the next one they just got greenlit for its own animated series.
Okay. I haven't heard of these people. John,
Yes.
Roger Smith is saying that the Facebook chat won't let folks post.
That's what
I
I just.
don't know what you can do about that. I'm not a Facebooker.
I am looking at Restream right now, and it
You
said
know,
that.
Had seen something recently in Facebook where they were just having an issue and some people were having trouble posting.
So, it's a
So I don't-
Facebook
There's
thing.
Joe Garcia who just made a comment in the chat from Facebook. I went to go look at Restream, and it said something about I need to renew something to continue, and it said yeah, renew, go ahead, boom, and it came back, I guess. So Carolyn and John are posting out there in North Carolina. So maybe my click fixed it. I like to think I fixed something. Shit.
Or maybe he should restart Facebook
I
or
don't-
something like that.
I don't think it's on John's end. I think it's just Facebook.
No, I don't think. I think it's a Facebook issue.
It
so.
must be Kelly K. Duncan on Facebook said, okay, here on Facebook there. Cheryl Wilder
All right.
don't get me. I'm going
And
to mispronounce everybody's name.
And I think
So I'm going to suggest that if you're having a problem posting on Facebook, to get out of it and just restart
Yeah,
the app
restart
or
the
whatever.
app maybe,
it is
or
that
just
you-
get out and come back
Right.
in.
And it's a glitch on Facebook, so
or
try
it could be a
restarting
glitch on your own product too.
Yes.
Where they-
my suggestion. But I'm not a Facebooker, so
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Well,
But there was
I
a post
think
a
it's
little
gotten
while
fixed.
ago on YouTube that I kind of want to
Go ahead.
address.
What's that?
Smartass Squaw
Uh-huh.
is going in for CT scans
Really?
tomorrow, just for checking to make sure that she's cancer free.
Good. Good.
Let's send out
Let's
those positive
all,
vibes,
everybody,
guys.
send out a little good vibes. If you pray, send out a prayer, baby.
You got ya,
You send out
smartass.
whatever you got. Martha needs it, baby, and we want to be there for her. So we'll have you in our heart, baby. No problem. You got that shit licked, baby. You got it licked. Michael Johnson came into the room at $2 and said, "Sorry I was late, face. Fuck Trump." Oh, well, there you go. You're never too late with a fuck Trump. You're never too late with a fuck Trump. I can start every day with the same words out of my mouth. Because that's how I feel every day. And I will be happy when we get an indictment. Or, as I suggested on Tim's show today, you know, a lot of people say, "John, I don't know how you can be an atheist, you know, the whole thing." Well, do you want to turn me? Oh,
Roger
one bolt
Smith.
of lightning. Boom. You got me. I'll be in church
Yeah.
next week.
One
Just
well-aimed bolt.
Well
That's
aimed
all it
bolt.
takes.
That's all I'm saying.
And
What was that, Barney?
John, I
John?
gotta tell Roger Smith that first of all, John would never restrict anybody who can and cannot post to
Oh, no.
Facebook.
No, no.
But John doesn't run those Facebook pages. Those pages are run by other people, and so
Well, this
Roger,
is the
it's not
live
John
one.
doing
No.
it.
This is
Okay.
just his live stream they're talking
Oh,
about.
his live stream.
No, John
Well,
doesn't
he
restrict
would
anybody.
never restrict you. I would suggest restarting your Facebook
Wrong one.
application.
Oh, wrong one.
And,
Sorry, I'm going to get this down.
and
There's my address.
if that doesn't fix
Oh,
it for
that's
you,
not
because
it.
John would never restrict you, Roger. Okay.
John,
Yes.
and one of the other things is I'm also one of the rare people, it seems, that prescribes the view of humans as an improving species, not a doomed one. We'll get through this just like we got through the plague and just like we got through every other shitty part
Oh,
of human
brother,
history.
yeah, with a lot of good luck in the hard work, yeah, man will survive this shit. Is it going to be
Asgard,
easy?
you might be right, but you have to remember with the plague, there was a considerable reduction
Amount
of
of
humans
suffering.
on the planet,
There's
and we
a-
might
I'm-
need to do that again.
I'm not saying I'll be one of the people that'll make it through. I'm just saying humanity will survive it. And we'll eventually make it to that
Probably will
brighter Star
survive.
Trek future.
Hopefully we will, but not without a severe reduction of the current humans on the planet. Okay.
And I hate to say this, and I say this from a psychological and sociological perspective.
Right?
Those great periods of loss beyond human control have also garnered the greatest changes for the better in human perspective and behavior, and altruism ultimately. After each time something like that has happened, like the Ice Age, the Black Death, World War I, World War II, whenever that happens, afterwards we become better humans.
Well, I
I'm
like
not
to
saying
think
it's
that,
necessary.
brother.
Yeah, probably because we at that point we're forced to get along again.
You know, we're ultimately going to face that as a society as a whole. If we
And
don't
one
get
of the other
Go
one
ahead.
of the other things people do not realize is that nukes aren't near as bad as people seem to think they are in terms of like destructive power. Most of the idea of what we have of nuclear weapons are the rare exceptional versions that were just test beds that were like one-offs, and then they're like, oh, that's too scary, we're never building anything like this again. Like the Tsar Bomba is one of those. It was the biggest nuke ever made, and yeah, it would have caused considerable destruction. Russians were like, yeah, fuck this, it burned all the plans because it scared them too much.
Well, whether it be at our own hand, militarily or environmentally, if we don't
I'm not
get our
saying
shit, if we don't,
I'm not saying it'll be pleasant or we should do it. I'm just saying it won't be the end of the world we see in horror movies.
oh, I don't, you know, there's a range of outcomes that could happen. We just have to take the time now to try to avoid nuclear war, nuclear proliferation. We need to take more time concerned about our environment and our society and how we take care of those in it. You know, I'm not worried about. You know, we all know the wealthy. You know, they're set up for life. They probably got a bunker in Arizona somewhere. They're all ready to go for the end of the world. Money does a lot, but there's a lot of people in the world that.
Actually, this might make you feel better, but from a like sociological and anthropological standpoint, you know what's the one group that fares the worst every time things go like belly up and everything gets screwy?
What's that?
The rich.
Ah, well.
Because their entire way of life is balanced upon a precarious set of needs, wants, and desires, fed and met by those below them. And the moment that society or everything around it goes funky, guess what they can't get anymore at 3 in the morning?
Room service?
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not getting that anymore. And they'll go paranoid over it. Okay, I guess we're going to wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining us tonight. And I'm glad to be getting back on our track. We'll be back here again Tuesday for another Blue Dot Family meeting. But I want to thank everybody who sent me well wishes, who sent up prayers and good vibes and everything for me. It worked, see? Huh? I'm telling you.
And I hope I was a helpful ray of positivity.
You were a helpful ray of positivity. And as all our Blue Dots are, and I want to thank everyone. You know, and again, I want to thank Bernadette and Mr. Chick for the support that they have showed and dedicated to this show and to this family. So just a big shout out to both of you for that.
You're welcome, John.
And
We're just here to support the family and keep us going forward. You know, we're on the right track, guys.
Oh, we
just got to keep pushing forward.
We got work to do and entertainment to watch coming up. There's going to be no shortage of it.
2 years, trust me.
Yeah.
Long 2 years.
So I want to thank Mitch Goldstein for coming in earlier. Thank you, Mitch. Take care of Julie for us. Somebody else was in here. Who else was in here?
Jorge was
Jorge Tire Biter. What happened to him? Fell off on the side of the road, got a flat, I'm sure.
He did.
Yep.
Yeah, he did. All right.
And Ozzy Dave was in earlier
yeah,
too.
he was in
Yeah,
earlier.
but he
told us he might have to
disconnected.
So
yes, he did.
best wishes to him. Hopefully that water continues to go down, and we'll hear more from him. But in the meantime, y'all take care of yourself. Mañana's Monday. We'll be back here Tuesday. So just take care of yourself. Try to put a smile on your face. Try to keep yourself healthy. That's the best thing I can do. That's what I'm going to do. Try to keep myself healthy, because that sick stuff, that sucks. I don't like it at all. Anyway, I love y'all for being here, and thank you for being a part of this. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you again on Tuesday. Take care of yourself. If I can